I've got some great gaming news for you today. We've got two bangers going out this month, two racing games. Who enjoys racing games? I enjoy racing games. I hope you enjoy racing games. I've got two of them that are coming out this month for all platforms, including Switch 2. Well, kind of including Switch 2, but we're going to talk about this. Let's get into these games that are coming out this month. And the first one is Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Cool thing that's going on right now is they have a little bit of a kind of a beta thing going on right now. It's a open network test that they're actually running right now through today. And it's been actually a blast. So when I first started playing this game, I was kind of on the fence, and it was just the first race. The first race, I was like, I'm not sure about this. It really feels like the control wise, like what buttons I'm pressing and everything, kind of really felt like Mario Kart World. And I was like, I'm not sure. First race goes by. I was like, I'm gonna keep going. And I kept going, and man, by the time I finished that circuit, I was really enjoying this game. I was like, oh, this is good. This is real good. And I gotta say, it might be better than Mario Kart World. It may be better. And I'll explain that here in a minute. But let's go over this game and see what it's got for us. So we have a couple different modes. We've got Grand Prix here. So complete solo or with friends in local split screen co-op for the first place in one of 7 cups comprised of 4 races each. Racers are awarded points based on their placements at the end of the races, and the racer with the most points at the end wins. This is kind of what I did at first when I first jumped into the game. It's fun. You can think of it and Mario Kart, just the same thing. The circuits, kind of the same thing. But in this one, you get, instead of just characters and carts and stuff, you get other things too. And we'll talk about that. You get some items that help you either go faster or have some strategy in the game, which is nice. So they also have World Match, and this is more the online centric part of this game. And I played a lot of this yesterday and the day before. And you basically test your skills against 11 other players, each rank points, increase your world rank, and aim for the top. And they put a twist on this yesterday where they had, you collected the most rings or the most bumps on your team. Basically, if you were in teams, you bumped them. And the team with the most bumps gets more points. The team with the most rings gets more points. So they're putting a little flair on it, which I think is pretty sweet. And it just makes it even more fun online. And yes, you can actually invite one of your friends. And I know Nintendo, listen to this because this is important. You can actually invite one of your friends to race with you, and you actually race together online against other online players. That is interesting, isn't it? So also we've got friend match where you can play 11 other players, custom matches, do your own thing, such as speed, team size, course, all difficulties, frenzy, gates, items, and rule sets. So all of that stuff, you can basically make your own races. And then they have the race park. I didn't get to do this. It looks pretty cool, but you can change up the rules in teams online and offline in this party mode that features 6 unique race formats. So it looks like we got triple team, tap, double team, quick match, extreme match, custom matches. So looks like this one in particular says 3 teams, 1 mission, get those rings. So it's all kinds of different things. And I think that was kind of like what they were doing yesterday on the test. They were kind of doing something similar to this. So, but I didn't really get into this actual race park thing. I haven't been able to do that yet. But man, I've been having a blast with this game. I've been just having a blast with this game. And I said earlier, it could be better than Mario Kart World. Why do I think that? Well, I think that in a couple different reasons. I think graphics wise, I like Mario Kart better. Um, just the way it is. I like that. So Mario Kart has that for it. I like the characters on Mario Kart. Um, but there was some things that I was really disappointed with Mario Kart. This one in general because of the online experience. So I jumped on with a friend of mine, and we're on Mario Kart, and we're like, "Oh, let's do this. Let's race together." Oh, wait, we can't race together against other online players. What are we doing? Since when can't you race against another with your friend against other online players? I just thought that was so weird. I mean, we had to sit there and race against computer players, and I just thought that was just silly and strange. And here Sonic comes in here with racing CrossWorlds and blows Nintendo's online experience out of the water with this game, at least on that particular game with Mario Kart World. And it's just something as simple as that you can't put in. I mean, come on, Nintendo. We want a good online experience. I mean, that's just something simple, and I don't understand why they didn't do that. But that's one of the things that this game really excels at. And the other thing this Sonic game excels at, let me see if I can find them here. Here you have these items, and you can put them in your own little slots, and you can have these pages that have your own little slots, and you can choose one of those for your races, and you can actually go into the race with a strategy, and it gives you maybe a leg up on a certain part of the race. And you can really mix and match them, and that gives it a whole new thing. And that's something that Mario Kart World could have done, and they just didn't. Um, the items in Mario Kart World they're cool, you can hit somebody with them and things like that, but where Sonic does much better at it is it gives you, like, you can start, for example, I can start with a monster truck for one of the items I have. So I literally start the race with a monster truck. So as soon as the race starts, I can use a monster truck whenever I want, run over a bunch of people, and it might give me a little bit of strategy there. Out of the gate, I'm winning, right? And then we'll see if I do well the rest of the race. But you can put different things in there and slot these items in and out. And I think that's just something that Mario Kart World could have done, and would have made the game even that much better. So, man, it's hard to say it, but I really think that this game can be better than Mario Kart World. So we'll see how it does. This comes out on my birthday, September 25th. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm really looking forward to Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. So here is one thing before we go on to the other game that really annoys me. Remember, I said for all platforms and Switch 2, kind of not really. And I'll explain here. So if we look at this, I wondered, they put the demo of this out, and it was regular Switch. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Why is it regular Switch? So then I did some digging, and this is what I found out here. It says the Switch 2 version of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is scheduled for holiday 2025 digital release and an early 2026 physical release. Oh my goodness. Seriously, Nintendo? And this is what aggravates me about the Switch 2 right now, is they didn't give enough dev kits to these people that are putting these games out. They just didn't do it. And it's so frustrating because now they have the Switch version, and I played the Switch version. The Switch version is fine. There's nothing bad about it. It plays great, and it plays on the Switch too. It plays fine, but it doesn't have the upgraded graphics like it's going to have. I mean, it's going to be closer to the PS5 graphics. It really is. It's not like a huge graphically intensive game. It's going to look pretty similar, and it's going to be able to be on the go with the Switch 2 and all of that. But we've got to wait and have the Switch 1 version this whole time on the 25th when this game comes out. We have to roll with the Switch 1 version until holiday 2025. And then we'll get the digital release. And then in early 2026, the physical release. I'm guessing probably a month away. I'm guessing in Christmas time. Christmas time, they say holidays. So yeah, Christmas time is going to be the digital release. And then in January sometime, I'm sure you'll be able to get the physical. So it's not like a huge time frame there, but just silliness. And that really frustrates me with this, because we're Switch 2 owners. We want these games to be graphically like they should. And they're not getting that way because these developers didn't get these dev kits that they were supposed to get. And maybe they got them too late, and now they're playing catch up, and it's a couple months down the road before they can get this stuff done. So that stuff is aggravating, but we'll go on. Let's check out the other racing game that's coming out for the Nintendo Switch as well, and that is Formula Legends. This game actually surprised me, and it's got a demo out for the Switch. Once again, same thing with the Switch 2 version. Don't know if we're getting it on this one, but we got the Switch version, and it does work on the Switch 2. Same thing that we're dealing with the Sonic Racing. Same thing here. So Formula Legends is more of an F1 style racing game, and it's a blast. I've been playing it a lot on the PS5, and it is great. The handling is great. And I have also played it on the Switch 2, the Switch 1 version, but on the Switch 2, and it plays well there too. The graphics are just downgraded, obviously, but other than that, it plays wonderful. And if you like F1 games, I generally like the EA ones, the F1 games, but they're kind of, I don't know, it's like the same game over and over again, just like what we get with Madden. It's like the same game over and over and over again. This is a new twist. I like the graphic style on there. It's a little bit more cartoony, but really it has all the same things you want in an F1 game. When you're going down the straightaways, being able to draft, breaking at points like at the 50-yard mark or 100-yard mark or whatever marker you want to break at, things like that. It still has strategy and all that. And it's got the people that you want, the F1 drivers that you want, but with a twist. So it says here, Legends Behind the Wheel. Every era has its heroes, fictional drivers inspired by real life icons, come with custom helmets and skill perks, tire whisperers, wet weather masters, and pit stop strategists. Their strengths might just be the key to victory. So they basically have the same drivers that we have now, or that we had in the 70s and 80s and now, but their names are a little different, but you know who they are. So it's kind of cool. That part's cool. They have a cool, it shows the pits right here. That part's pretty sweet. I mean, you're doing pit stops, so there's strategy in that. And the faster you do this part of the animation, the faster your pit stop goes. So that is cool. It is just a really fun game, and I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. And that's just a demo in it. You know, it's got a couple tracks and some time trial, and then you can race against some people, but none of the other things like the journey through history mode, where it has here a journey through racing history. Story mode invites you to relive the defining moments of Formula Racing, compete in era-based championships, master legendary cars, and carve your name into history. It doesn't have that on the demo, but man, this game's coming out too. Let's see, it's coming out September 18th. So another good game. And this one's only like 20 bucks, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, I saw it on all the platforms for like $19.99. So it would be silly not to pick this one up because I think there's a lot of content. And if they add some online modes, I know there's a little bit of online modes with some of the time trials, but if they add more that the full game will have, I think this game could be one of the better Formula One racing games that we have. So it's another good game to check out. It's a shame that there's not a Switch 2 version. I don't know if there's going to be a Switch 2 version, but the Switch 1 version works very well on the Switch 2. So at least we have something on there. But if you don't want to play it on Switch 2, you can get this one on all other platforms. This is Steam. You can get it on Steam, PS5, Xbox, whatever you have, and play it on. Great game. Same thing with the Sonic Racing game. You can get that on all other platforms. So you don't have to put yourself on the Switch 2. I'm just really excited about the Switch 2, and I feel like it has so much potential. And Nintendo has really dropped the ball on it, on these games, and getting the dev kits out and letting people have these games on the Switch 2. I mean, it's just one of those moments. It irritates me because they've dropped the ball so much. But what do you think about these two racing games? Do you think these are two games that you're going to play? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, thanks for watching. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. We're at 90. Thank you for that. Thank you that we had a goal of being at 100 by the end of this month, and we almost made it. We're at 90, and I'm so thankful for that. God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.